Hi, welcome to YouTube channel. I'm using graphite to draw a mouth. And so what I'm going to first start off with is a turned line. Really make sure that this is turned. And this is like a V that becomes an M. And then here I'm using a straight line, or you can choose to use a rounded line, whatever you think is cool. This little diagonal makes the person look immediately happy. So I'm going to go up and down in the center here. It kind of follows the M above it. I'm going to shade this in lightly using just a regular pencil or a 2B pencil. I'm also going to shade underneath the bottom lip and just kind of lightly doing that. Great, so this is a number 1 blending stump, and I'm blending very gently the top lip, which is always darker than the bottom lip. I'm also going to blend underneath the bottom lip, and then after I smooth it out the way I want it to, I'm going to kind of drag some of the graphite into what I would consider the light area, and just take your time sculpting. I call it sculpting as you go. So if it got dark too much, you can pull out your lights using an eraser, a gum eraser or a regular eraser. I like a gum eraser or a kneaded eraser. I can shape it. So let's repeat. What you're going to do is kind of break your line. It's not a straight line. It's kind of dark, light, and I'm looking for the bumps, the way it curves. It's the darkest part in the center, and there's a lot of interest there, and it also really makes the lip look kind of cool. So it's hard for me to see that one and that one, but I'm just darkening it as it goes to the corner of the lip. And now I'm shading here on the top lip as well as on this side here, and I'm going to then shade a little bit under the bottom lip, and I'm kind of keeping it flat but turning it at the end right there. Alright, so take a blending stump and smooth everything out, kind of make a gradation, light to dark, using the blending stump, mostly using the tip of the blending stump at this point. I'll use the whole of it in just a bit. See how I'm kind of dragging this down very gently so I don't smash the blending stump and I keep my tip of my blending stump. Great. So what am I going to do next? I'm going to just blend around the mouth. I rarely draw right here. I mostly shade. It's pretty light there. So let's go ahead and continue to shade around the mouth. This is like a triangle or a diamond. Everybody's a little different here. This is more like a triangle. I'm going to draw the chin and the jaw. Just kind of sketch your way through. Look at a picture, see what you like. I'm going to round that off and make it more squared off too. And yeah, take your time figuring out what you like. And then what I'm going to do is repeat the process if necessary, if you want it a little bit darker on the top, in the middle of the lip, and then also on the bottom of the lip, and soften it with the blending stump. And yeah, the blending stump, I'm going to use the whole side of it. I'm just going to really press down and shade it, and this will kind of get some values before I start to add some things. I like doing this. You could use a tissue instead if you want to. So these are tiny little short strokes. Trying to vary the strokes as well, light to dark, so that it's not all the same pressure. The darkest dark will be here in the center, and then I'm kind of up higher from the lip. But if you want to be right against the lip, you can do that. I just decided to be a little bit up higher. It looks a little bit more like stubble that way. And so, yeah, I'm just going to continue to do this process. I'll have different strokes or lines later, as well as blend it with a blending stump. So thank you so much for tuning in, liking, and subscribing to my YouTube channel. Enjoy.